Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey, and welcome back to another quick chat. Listen, I just wanted to chit chat with y'all real quick about a few things, okay? Not a whole lot going on out there, but just a few things that crossed my desk that I wanted to chat about, okay? So definitely go ahead and like the video if you have yet to do so, honey. But first off, let's go ahead and talk about Arby's because, girl, this is messy, but then this is scary. Okay. They're saying that a woman's body was found inside a freezer at Arby's restaurant in Louisiana. It was found by employees, y'all. Listen, I'm going to need them to make sure they put this address out there because ain't nobody trying to be going over there getting them in to eat at that particular Arby's if y'all just sat up there and had a dead body in the freezer. Girl, it's giving crime scene, shut down the whole restaurant. Okay. But what they're saying is that horrified Arby's workers discovered a woman's body inside a freezer at a restaurant in Louisiana. The body of a female staff member was discovered by fellow employees at one of the fast food chains outlets in New Iberia. Okay, Iberia. I hope I said that correctly. Louisiana, and she was found around like 6 o'clock on yesterday afternoon or yesterday evening. Girl, they said the cops say that they are investigating a suspicious death after the remains of the staff member were found in the walk-in freezer. So, did she walk in the freezer, girl? And she locked her damn self in there by accident, or was she put in that freezer, locked the hell up in that freezer, and the next person went on about their day? Girl, y'all better check the cameras because it's giving it could have been another one of y'all employees. But let's keep checking, okay? They said her cause of death has yet to be determined. Child, this right here is something else. They said according to preliminary information, while the death is suspicious, foul play is not expected, and added that the death may have been an accident. Girl, that right there, if it was an accident, I feel real bad for her. Like, girl, if that was an accident and you just happen to walk in there and the door closed behind you, whew, girl, that's giving some final destination type activity. I can't be the only person that's thinking about that. Girl, that sounds like final destination. I don't know. I mean, I really hope they do a thorough investigation. Like, that's really sad. Girl, I would have quit that day. I walked in there and saw that lady in that freezer. Girl, every time I go back to that freezer, I would think about that woman. And I'm damn sure not working at night. That's DEAD like she was in the freezer. Girl, I'm not working here. I'm not working at night. Okay. I'm not gonna do it because every time I walk back there, I'm gonna think about her. Hell to the no. And in all honesty, this place finna close the fuck down anyway. Once I open up my mouth and let people know that it was this one over here on the west side, east side, south side, north side, or whatever, where the lady walked in the freezer and died at. Ain't nobody finna come over here and be shopping and getting them in to eat. Girl, we barely get customers anyway at Arby's. All the Arby's. Girl, did y'all ever notice that you drive past Arby's? They really don't ever be a line over there. For real, for real. So I mean, all the ones in my area, girl, the lines be very, very short. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't be mind sliding through a Arby's because I already know that it's gonna be a quick little. I could grab me some real quick. You feel what I'm saying? The only ones that I have seen that had a lot of people at them is the one over there on Howell Mill Road. And even though you don't live in Atlanta, some of y'all might be familiar with Howell Mill Road, girl. That one be having people over there. And then it's another one over there off Roswell Road, closer to Buckhead, around the corner from Phillips. So it's girl, those two be the only ones that really be having people in the lines and stuff like that. But girl, listen, I tell you one thing, if they found a body in that bitch, won't nobody be in there no more. Period, girl. Rest in peace to that lady. I really hate that for her. She over there working hard for the job and then she dies on the job. I feel like it's a lot of different ways to die, right? But I feel like one of the worst ways to die is really on your job. I really do. Like you couldn't have been at home or doing something else. Like dang, because I feel like a lot of times we put in these hours at this job. We be at work more than we be at home or doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? So to give the work so much of your life and then that's where your life ends. Like I really feel bad for people that have experienced that or people that went through that. You know what I'm saying? They have passed away at work. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that story to y'all because I thought that was a really interesting story. Like, girl, I'm shooketh. But let's go ahead and scoot over and see what else we got. I want to talk about Miss White Ma'am right here. Okay. I have to get her name. I believe it's Corey Richens. Yeah, she's a Utah woman who wrote a book, a kid's book at that, on grief. And the kid's book is called Are You With Me? And I believe she wrote it on behalf of her children because their dad had died like a year prior or a year and a half prior, right? So she got with her kids. I believe she has two children, two boys or whatever. And she wrote this book with and for them. Okay, to help them get through the grief of their daddy. And I said, nah, ma'am, the reason you wrote that book was because of your own guilty as conscience. But let's get into Miss Corey Richards, all right? Because they're reporting that after her husband died last year, she wrote a children's book on grief. Now she's being charged with murder in his death. Hello? Yes, ma'am. They're saying Corey Richens, who's 33 years of age, was arrested on Monday and is accused in charging documents of poisoning her husband with a lethal dose of fentanyl. Yes, ma'am, at their house. Absolutely. And what they said was that he had like 5 times of fentanyl in his system. 5 times the normal amount of what some people may have when they pass away. He had all of that in his system. And I just feel like, dang, if he had 5 times the amount, I can imagine how bad it hurt when he died. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, or it probably I mean, it's enough. Like, some people have been able to survive some of these fentanyl I don't want to say overdoses or anything, but these fentanyl situations. Some people have been able to survive, and then a lot of people have passed away. But you done gave this man 5 times the limit. You was definitely trying to unalive this man. Okay. And I could just imagine what it was like for him over there gasping for his breath, because what I had saw on the news reports and the news stories, they were saying that she had went and laid down in one of her kids' beds for the night. She slept with one of her kids for the night. Then at one point they were saying, I guess she came into the room or something and went to sleep. And then when she woke up, she saw her husband laying at the foot of the bed. And that's when she found him dead. I was like, girl, what? Some of this not even adding up. Not even adding up. Okay. They said the murder charges come months after Richens self-published Are You With Me, an illustrated storybook about a young boy wondering about his father's presence in his life after the father dies. Girl, not you to side up here and clap these kids dad, and then now, because you so guilty, you want to give them a book to help them get through to see whether or not dad's presence is still around. Ain't that a bitch? Girl, no ma'am. And girl, if she beat these charges, it's making me think about Casey Anthony. But let's keep going. All right. Prosecutors allege that Richens called authorities in the middle of the night, March 2022, to report that her husband, Eric, was cold to the touch. She told officers she had made her husband a mixed drink to celebrate him selling a home. She then went to soothe one of their children to sleep in the next bedroom. She later returned, and that's when she found her husband unresponsive. So she called 911. Really? They're saying a medical examiner later found 5 times the lethal dosage of fentanyl in his system. In addition to the murder charge, Richens also faces charges involving the alleged possession of GHB, which is a drug that's frequently used in recreational settings such as dance clubs, etc. Okay, so they are on Miss Ma'am's R's. Now, you do not, like, I did think about this. Okay, what would be messed up? I don't think this is true, but I'm just giving an alternative thought because, that's what the attorney's going to do as well, right? So, number one, it was said that the husband went to one of his best friends and said, hey, I think my wife is trying to poison me. So he had already put that in the head of the friend, like, yo, I think my wife trying to kill me, whatever, whoop de whoop. So what if the husband probably deep down inside had plans on unaliving himself and just told his friend that as a way of when I die? Because let's say his wife wanted to leave him or something. He's like, well, if you're going to do that, I don't want to live. I'm going to, because, they always threaten it. Some people carry out, some people go through with it, right? When somebody say they want to leave, some people go through with it. So maybe he could have possibly been like, I'm going to unalive myself or whatever, but I'm going to get you back for this in some capacity. Let me go ahead and start placing seeds before I clap out. Let me let my best friend know that I think you're trying to poison me. Whoop, 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 la, 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 la. Maybe she did fix him a drink. Let's say she fixed him a drink and she ain't have nothing in it. She literally gave him a glass of fruit juice. And he could have put that in there. He could have mixed it in there because he couldn't bear, I guess, sniffing it or doing whatever. Maybe he put his own drugs in there, mix it up real good took it, drunk it, and then laid down in the bed, etc., whatever. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was a setup from the grave, girl. I do not know, but I am just I feel like that's not far fetched, based on how stuff be happening out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what if that lady really innocent, but that man clapped himself and then sitting up here and likely, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, get her for it. You know, could have told a friend, if anything happens to me, make sure you investigate, da 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 da. But the whole time he could have did it to himself. I don't know. I feel like the biggest thing that's gonna work in this case is if they can find any evidence on her, of course, but if they can find the person that she purchased this from. That's gonna be interesting. If they can go through her records, see if she's been texting anybody, if she got a Google number or anything, she's been in contact with somebody, and they're able to identify that there was actually someone that sold the drugs to her. So if they can get that, Miss Ma'am, you're definitely done. But if she got off for this murder, I'll be honest and say I would not be surprised. You feel what I would not be surprised if she did it, because you know, if they don't have enough evidence, then we'll just have to see. So I'm probably gonna be following this case a little bit just to see how things are gonna pan out for this woman. But girl, if you did that, you're a raggedy hoe, and you really do need to go to prison for real. If you did this, if you unalived those kids' dad, and then had the audacity to sit up here and write a book about it, girl, what? Are you okay? I guess not, girl. That right there, that's some interesting, that's some messy stuff, okay? But either way, honey, good luck. Let's go ahead and move on to other messy things, okay? This is a YouTube couple that's going viral, okay? From my understanding, their name is Taekwon and Asia. So they want to consider themselves relationship goals or whatever they want to consider themselves on YouTube. You know, a lot of these couples get these YouTube channels and they do all of these pranks and everything, and people eat it up. They love it so much, and that's one of the fastest ways to grow your audience, letting people in on your life and pulling pranks and all of this other stuff on each other all day. Well, they decided they was going to pull a different type of prank, okay? And with this particular prank, it's something that's already been done before, but a lot of people did not know that it was a prank. They decided to not prank each other, but they really just wanted to prank the general public, okay, when they did what they did. So let's just go ahead and check out what they decided to do when they went into a grocery store and decided to tamper with the ice cream.
Where, hurry up. Get ice cream. Let me taste it. All right, hurry up, put it back. Hurry up, put it back. Come on, let's run.
All right, so y'all just saw those two idiots. And when you see it, some part of me is like, okay, they capping a little bit, because he don't even sound convincing the way that he's trying to tell her, like, you know, lick that, whatever. Let me get some, whatever. Put it back. Let's start running. Like, you could tell in a sense that it's kind of fake, but then at the same time, I kind of feel like, why would that be a prank or be something that you would want to play with when you already know the last girl that went around licking Bluebell ice cream? Okay, the last girl that did that, I believe she had to do some jail time, and she had to pay them folks that money back because they had to replace what was in what all was in the freezer or whatever, and it set off a major trend. So I'm sure she wasn't the only person to end up receiving charges because so many people started trying it, right? So what he decided to do, well, when they made this video, they definitely got drugged by social media. Social media drugged the dog out of them, right? Because a lot of people did not know that it was a prank, and they just felt like it was stupid. Okay, so they drugged them. So what they decided to do, or at least what he decided to do, Taekwon, whatever his name is, he decided to come to the front and let people know that it was a prank and that he was pranking everybody.
All right, let me show y'all, bro. This is the ice cream. This is the ice cream that y'all say we lit and put back on the shelf. It was our ice cream. It was already paid for. This is our ice cream. I'm showing this video because people really want the video. We did not do nothing nasty like that. Me and Asia's not nasty people, bro. Be real. Stop being stupid. Stop being goofy. You know what I mean? This is the ice cream, bro. We did not lit no ice cream and put it back. No, this is ours. It's already bought. This is the same one in the video. We've been eating on it all week with brownies and cookies and milk. This is our ice cream, bro. We did that to fool y'all was a prank. And we fooled y'all niggas, bro. Like, tighten up, man. And we not going to jail. We already talked to the police. Get right, goof.
It's him referring to people as goofy, but your goofy ass was the one to go into a store and try and do a prank or whatever the case is. A lot of times, police not gonna give a damn about all of that, because here's the thing: yeah, you could have bought one of the ice creams that you're over there alleging, like, hey, the one we leaked on, this is actually the one that we purchased or whatever the case is. But y'all could have bought one, but it still does not negate the fact that y'all could have licked on another one, which still could result in y'all getting locked the fuck up. So I don't know if they actually talked to the police or not, but I do know that the police were looking to investigate them. Um, he's saying that they talked to the police or whatever. So I don't know if they did or didn't. That's just what he's saying. But I just feel like you look dumb and you want to sit up here and call somebody else goofy. Absolutely not, baby. You're the biggest goof troop, you and your girlfriend, that we've ever seen. Okay. Well, not that we've ever, because we've seen bigger goof troops, but you're right up there with them now. But what I do want to say is, y'all ice cream companies get on my dog ass nerves. Okay. First of all, why the fuck are y'all products not sealed? They should be sealed enough for nobody to be able to just take a damn cap off. Y'all are going up steadily on the price of ice cream. 1 minute ice cream, $3. Then it's $4, now it's $5 for some fucking ice cream. And I'm talking about a pint. So if that is the case, why are y'all not paying additional money just to get the plastic rim to go around the fucking ice cream, so that individuals, your fucking consumers, when they see that that label has been broken, they know not to purchase? Why have y'all not gotten with the program, number one? And number two, why is that not a requirement for y'all? That's what's getting on my dog ass nerves. That's what I cannot take either. Y'all, we could avoid all of this. There should not be a product, in my personal opinion, on the shelves that is not sealed. So what the hell are we doing here? That's stupid, guys. Use your common sense. I hate that as big companies, y'all make so much money, about as much as some of these damn pharmaceutical companies. The least you could do is make sure you have the proper packaging. That should be a part of the rating or whatever it is when you're being rated and approved for whether or not your products can go to stores or whatever. Secure that shit. And we wouldn't have these issues anyway. Okay. But girl, I had to come on here and drag that real quick. Not just them, but more so these damn ice cream companies, because we wouldn't even have these stupid ass pranks or these non-stupid ass pranks, these real situations, if y'all would properly seal y'all stuff. So that way we would know a person truly, like, girl, they went, they unwrapped it, they licked it, da 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 da. Like, girl, for everybody's safety, seal y'all shit up. But anywho, let's go ahead and let's just move on. Okay. Let's talk about Jamie Foxx and his daughter. Now, Jamie Foxx has been in the hospital for quite some time, like a few weeks, right? And there has been so much speculation about him. And I have honestly been irritated a bit by it, because everything seemed like he say, she say, but not accurate details, right? I feel like the daughter is the person for me that can give us the most accurate details. Okay. When Jamie Foxx first got put in the hospital, his daughter came out. She gave us a statement and she said, hey, my dad is in the hospital. It was due to a medical complication or whatever, yada yada yada. She gave us the details. She was by his side praying, all of that, hoping things went well, whatever. Okay. A week later, we didn't hear anything. Maybe a week or two later, okay? A week and some change later, we didn't hear anything. Next thing you know, we saw Jamie make a post, okay? Jamie made a post saying something about him doing well. Thanks for the prayers or whatever. And he put up the peace sign, all of that. A lot of people started to speculate, come up with their conspiracy theories. And I'm not going to say y'all wrong or right, but they came up with the conspiracy theories, and they was just like, I don't believe that was Jamie Foxx, because at some point we'll see him on camera. Now, I would like to see that. I would like to at least see a photo of this man, a video, primarily a video of this man, to let us know that he is A-okay. But let's just say some of these conspiracy theories that you guys are spewing are right on the money. Then I understand why they have been concealing so much of what's going on with him. It makes a lot of sense. If you are a conspiracy theorist, or you even consider what they have to say about the situation. Now, if y'all want to know, go on TikTok, type in Jamie Foxx name. It's a lot of people that have things to say. Okay. I'm not going to break it down here, but y'all just go and check it out and just see what else they have to say about, surrounding Jamie Foxx and stuff. Okay. But After that, we wasn't really hearing nothing. A lot of people were concerned and worried about Jamie Foxx. It's just been a lot of posts saying, pray for Jamie, da 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 da, whatever, because we weren't getting any details. Then at some point, what we ended up getting was they alleged that some of the family members were headed down there to see Jamie Foxx and that they're expecting the worst. And I remember that irritated me so much. And it's like, I'm sorry, they weren't expecting the worst. I believe they were preparing for the worst or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of people prepare for the worst and then things change. But the way a lot of the headlines were being put out there, a lot of people was putting it out there like he was about to die, like type thing. And it was just a lie. Some people were saying he was already dead. It's just like, girl, it's been a whole lot. And I just don't like how the game of telephone goes at times with media because they just get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? It just I mean, like we just had that whole situation with Chris Brown and Usher not too long ago, and some of the things people reported, like Usher's gonna have these scrapes and this and that, and he's gonna have heavy makeup on and all this, and it was none of that. Y'all playing a game of telephone, and y'all really don't even know what happened on the other side of the bus. So that's how I'm feeling with the Jamie situation. Like y'all really like, who are you getting your information from to really know this? Because Torre, who is like, I think Torre was like a comedian at one point. Torre came out, or at least, well, they're labeling him as a music journalist. He came out, and I believe this was earlier today, and he gonna put a fucking post up where he says Jamie Foxx is on life support in ICU at this hour. Family is preparing for the worst. Wow. And then he put in the caption, I have heard from multiple sources that the legend Jamie Foxx is in serious medical trouble. Incredibly sad situation is what he was saying. And I'm like, where did you get your information from? You know what I'm saying? Where did you get that from? Well, again, we still don't know what is actual and factual because the daughter came to the front and this is what she said shortly after that, okay? Because someone put this post up, and on this post it says Jamie Foxx's loved ones reportedly preparing for the worst. So she reposted it and she said, update from the family. Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Thanks for everyone's prayers and support. We have an exciting work announcement coming next week too. Okay. So this is what she's saying. Again, a lot of people are wondering why she never came to the front and said anything much sooner than what she's saying. Again, I don't know. Maybe they feel like he is in danger and they didn't feel the need to really share all of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting because if he's been out of the hospital for weeks, then I don't know. Well, you could be out the hospital for weeks, but not have clearance to go back to work, right? You might have a month, 2 months that you need to stay off your feet, take it easy before you can get back to work. Y'all know he was working on a movie with, I believe it was Katie Holmes, or no, not Katie, because that's his ex. I think it was Cameron Diaz. He was working on a movie with her. They had to finish that movie out with like a I forgot. I want to say stunt double, but it's not a stunt double, but like a double, photo double or whatever. Somebody that comes in, on his behalf, and she finishes out the whole thing with him. So I already know that movie going to be heavy AI field. They for to use Jamie Foxx's voice. Hello, probably going to take the mannerisms of his body from another set just to complete this film. But the person that they had got for him kind of looked like him. He looked like he could have been a tad bit like lighter than Jamie as far as his weight, but yeah, he kind of favored him. He had enough of Jamie Foxx going on, okay? But they definitely gonna be doing that CGI, and they definitely gonna be using that AI when it comes to the vocals just to finish up the film. Now, also, he was supposed to be hosting a show. I believe he and his daughter were supposed to be hosting a show or something, and I believe that role ended up going over to Nick Cannon. So I don't know if filming was about to get started real soon and Jamie hasn't been cleared by his doctors to go back to work or something. But that's what's interesting because I'm like, well, if he's been out the hospital for weeks and he's been fine, why couldn't he just go ahead and report back to work? But, let's be honest here. Just because you're out the hospital doesn't mean you could just go back so quickly. Okay. So we'll just have to wait and see. A lot of people are upset with how long it's taking her to come out and say what she wants to say and let the people know that her dad is okay. But at the same time, she ain't got to. Like, she don't really have to. We're so used to being in celebrities' business that we do at times get entitled and expect to know everything that's happening with them, right? But maybe she did that for his protection, not saying anything, just holding on to that. So I am glad that she came to the front. I am glad, but then I'm not gonna lie, I was like really happy, like, oh my God, he's doing so great. But then I'm not gonna lie, I also was like, I don't want to get too excited, man, because what if something's wrong? Like, what if what she's saying not true? Like, I don't want to call his daughter a liar at all, but with all of the news being so up and down, that's how I feel with my happiness. Like, I want him to be okay, but is he really okay? They saying he okay. Yay. But oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But definitely wishing Jamie Foxx all the best. I hope that he continues to get well. I hope that he is indeed in better spirits and he is at home getting back, to normal, getting the proper care that he needs. So I'm not ready to let Jamie Foxx go at all. So definitely, continuing to pray for him. Now, Ray Cunningham, and I hate that the neighborhood talk took this down. I should have screenshotted it, but he got up on social media and he tries to pretty much drag the situation, saying how he didn't believe the daughter. Like, why did it take you so long? And if y'all really believe X, Y, and Z and da 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 da, then he was just going off. And I hate that I'm gonna start screenshotting it because they put it up and then they ended up deleting it as well. And I'm like, why would y'all delete it? Like, why would y'all do that? He must have told them to delete it, because when I tell you they was eat him up in the comments, dragging his ass. He probably said, can y'all delete this because I can't take them dragging me. It could have been that. Because a lot of people was like, why the hell you feel so entitled to her daddy's business? And who the hell do you think you are? Like, girl, they was chewing Ray Cunningham ass up. Girl, it was a mess. I just hate that I don't have the actual tweet to be able to show y'all the things that he was over there saying. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just wanted to come and chit chat with y'all real quick about a few things. Don't forget to like the video if you have yet to do so. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and all that great jazz. I'm Jamie, that's me. Like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.